Mornings feel like a race against time. I'm juggling breakfast, packing lunches, and making sure the kids have their backpacks. It's a whirlwind of cereal spills and last-minute homework checks. The clock is ticking, and we're all in a hurry. I rush them out the door, and we dive into the chaos of traffic. Cars honking, kids chatting about their day, and I'm just trying to remember if I locked the front door. Once I finally drop them off, it's a sprint to the office, dodging the morning rush. It's a daily hustle, but somehow, we make it work. Every chaotic moment is just part of the adventure. Parenting today feels like a never-ending juggling act. Between dual-income jobs and full-time parenting, there's barely a moment to breathe. My kids have packed schedules, sports, after-school programs, and homework piling up like a mountain. And let's not even get started on technology. Social media pressures and screen time battles are constant. I find myself paying bills while my child tugs at my arm, desperate for attention. With rising costs in daycare, healthcare, and education, it's exhausting. Parenting in 2025 feels less like nurturing and more like managing a nonstop to-do list. Parenting today can feel like a high-stakes juggling act, and I'm not talking about the fun kind with colorful balls. I'm talking about the kind where you're trying to keep everything in the air while the ground is shaking beneath you. One of the biggest weights on our shoulders is financial pressure. Childcare costs can rival rent or mortgage payments. It's mind-boggling to think that many parents are spending a chunk of their paycheck just to ensure their kids are safe and cared for while they work. It's like we're paying to work just to pay for the privilege of working. Then there's time scarcity. 24 hours in a day. It feels like a cruel joke. Between work commitments, school drop-offs, and trying to squeeze in family meals, it's no wonder we feel stretched thin. I often find myself wishing for a few extra hours just to catch my breath. The clock seems to mock me as I rush from one task to the next, and I know I'm not alone in this frantic race against time. And let's talk about social expectations. The pressure to be the perfect parent is real. I scroll through Pinterest and see these elaborate lunches that look like they belong in a gourmet restaurant, not a lunchbox. Instagram is flooded with families on picture-perfect vacations, and here I am, just trying to get my kids to eat their vegetables without a meltdown. It's exhausting to constantly measure ourselves against these idealized versions of parenting. Digital overload is another beast entirely. We're in a constant tug-of-war over screen time. On one hand, I know that technology can be a great educational tool, but on the other, I worry about how much time my kids spend glued to a screen. It's a daily conflict that leaves me feeling torn. How do I balance their need for healthy development with the reality of our digital world? And then there's the work-life imbalance. In America's hustle culture, it often feels like we're expected to be available 24/7. The idea of grinding has seeped into our lives, leaving little room for family bonding. I find myself answering emails during dinner or checking work messages while helping with homework. It's hard to connect when you're constantly pulled in different directions. So, here we are, navigating the complexities of parenting in a world that demands so much from us. It's a tough road, but acknowledging these root causes of stress is the first step toward finding balance. We're all in this together, and sometimes just knowing that can lighten the load, even if just a little. Every day feels like a marathon, and I'm running on empty. I drop the kids off at school, and as I sit in the car, the tears come. Am I doing enough? The guilt weighs heavy. I see my partner, and I can feel the tension, arguments over little things that just pile up. I'm exhausted, dozing off at my desk, and my body is screaming for rest. Headaches, sleepless nights, and I can't shake this anxiety. It's like stress has seeped into every corner of our lives, affecting not just me, but how my kids feel about themselves. Parenting stress doesn't just stay in the mind. It seeps into health, relationships, and even how kids feel about themselves. I sit at the dinner table, my parents arguing, and I can feel the tension in the air. It's like a heavy blanket that wraps around me, making it hard to breathe. I wish they'd notice me, but they're too caught up in their own stress. When they're overwhelmed, I feel neglected, like I'm just in the background. I see my friends glued to their phones, just like me, trying to escape the chaos at home. It's exhausting. I start to feel anxious, just like them, and it's hard to shake off. This emotional disconnect, it's tearing us apart, leading to more fights and less bonding. I just want to feel safe and connected again. As a parent, I've often found myself caught in the whirlwind of expectations, both my own and those imposed by society. We live in a world that glorifies the perfect parent, the one who schedules every minute of their child's day with enriching activities. But here's the truth. Kids need emotional presence far more than they need a packed calendar of expensive outings. Think about it. When was the last time your child lit up because you were fully engaged in their world? It's those moments of connection, putting down your phone, making eye contact, and really listening that matter most. A good enough parent who shows up emotionally is far more impactful than one who tries to be perfect but is often distracted or stressed. We're all human, and perfection is an illusion. Embracing our imperfections teaches our kids that it's okay to be flawed. It's okay to make mistakes. In fact, it's essential. This is where resilience begins. When we model balance in our lives, showing them how to navigate challenges, manage stress, and prioritize self-care, we're equipping them with the tools they need to face the world. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back. It's about learning to adapt and grow through adversity. When we share our struggles with our children, we're not just being honest, we're teaching them that it's okay to feel overwhelmed sometimes. We can show them how to take a deep breath, regroup, and tackle the next challenge with a fresh perspective. Let's not forget the power of play. It's in those unstructured moments, building a fort, playing tag, or just lying in the grass, that kids learn creativity, problem-solving, and social skills. These experiences are invaluable. They foster emotional intelligence and help children understand their own feelings and the feelings of others. So let's shift our focus from trying to be perfect to being present. Let's prioritize emotional availability over extravagant experiences. It's in those simple, everyday moments that we can truly connect with our children and help them grow into resilient, balanced individuals. After all, it's not about the activities we fill their schedules with. It's about the love and support we provide along the way. Parenting can feel overwhelming, but what if we reframe that stress into a journey? Kids don't need a superhero. They need a present, loving parent. It's about slowing down and simplifying our lives. Instead of chasing perfection, let's choose connection. A shared laugh over a messy dinner or a quiet moment reading together can transform our days. When we embrace our humanity, we teach our kids resilience and love. So, let's focus on being there, not perfect. That's where the real magic happens.